Here we are back up at the top of the site, and that'll be the extent of these shots for this time. Today's date is June 24th, 1987, and I'm up near the construction, or the planning trailer, and the construction trailer, and I'm just showing you a shot here of the existing asphalt driveway. I'm going to swing here now to the east, looking down at the spot where they're working on the East Perimeter Road as it swings around clear at the south edge of the construction site. And this is the transition between the existing asphalt that you see and the new gravel road that's being put in here in Phase 3. I'm looking back to the south now along the East Perimeter Road, sort of at the southeast corner of the site, and you can see that this road has been worked on. They haven't put any gravel on it yet. They're just grading it down to the sub-base. I'll swing here now over to the north, and here you can see the roadway sub-base is being getting pretty close to where the final grade will be. When I head on down towards the building now, looking in the distance, you can see the skeleton of the building now. Mechanical basement that has the CMU block wall that's the structural portion, and later on they'll put on the stucco-like exterior. But you can also see the tall red building columns, and then just above the mechanical CMU you can just catch the outline of the blue lamb roof beams that show the configuration of the keeper's area roof. Now here I am right standing near the center concrete bridge, looking back to the southwest, and as you can see there's earthwork going on in the grading of the perimeter road here. And then back up here on the hill you can see some of Will Construction's equipment, their backhoe and their hydraulic backhoe. And then here this material is stockpiled. This is looking approximately straight west from the center bridge. And this pile keeps getting added to and moved and replaced back in around the building and then on the road areas. Now we'll head back over towards the building some more here. And we're coming along here with some equipment that's getting ready to go back up close to the building and probably to do some backfill work. Okay, I'm standing here just to the south of the herd holding area, and it would be on a line almost parallel to line 4 on the plan. In the background there you can see the framing that's going on at the roof of the keeper's area. At this point all of the red or the tawny pink columns have been formed and poured. They have not been sandblasted at this time, but we're waiting until more of the material, more of the pours are at least 2 weeks old before they sandblast any. Here you can see the carpenter stripping the forms away from the this is actually one of the tallest columns that we have. He's using a van lift or the basket self-propelled unit. He's getting ready to swing it on down. looking close, then you can see the red color. Earlier this morning, we've placed concrete here at the pool slab on grade, and the finisher is now working on this to trowel and to blend in the drainage strips. Okay, here you can see the finisher that's he's troweling in and getting the plastic concrete leveled along with the embedded wood form that will produce the drainage strips. Of course, these strips run the full length of the pool. And back in this area, they're not quite even done pouring this yet. They've still got some concrete still to put in. These are the general superintendent and the concrete superintendent and the Mr. Will from Will Construction. Here we have the plumber is setting one of the trench drains and getting it ready for a pour for the slab on grade here. This is in the kind of the herd holding area. Looking at is the one of the chaining devices that's been embedded directly into the concrete on this column. The round columns that you see there are the elephant barriers, and the various holes and so on up near the top. Those are the spots at which the electric fence goes through the columns that'll keep the elephants away from the barrier themselves. Concrete pump is in position now. We're going to pour concrete in a couple of locations today. One of them will be over near the east edge of the pool. And here you can see the boom is all folded up. What we're doing is we're waiting for concrete to get here from the plant. And then the other location that we're going to pour today will be here in a wall. This wall here is on line 1 between A and B lines. And this is a cast in place wall. In the background here we have the carpenters. They're taking apart the column forms that were used for the high columns. And here again I'll shoot from this angle. You can see the roof trusses that are in position, and they're getting started on the 3x6 roof decking that goes on. It's nailed directly to the trusses, the glue lamp trusses. Here's another shot, just a little closer up, of the carpenters that are taking apart the forms. And here again we've got the finishers working on the slab, and it's just beginning to get troweled. Like I say, there's a little spot over there in the corner that's not completely finished. And here I'm standing kind of at the north side of the maternity pool area, and again looking up at the roof of the keeper's area. And I'm just a little bit further north now, looking at the north elevation of the keepers, and then I'll just swing a little bit to the west here and show all the columns that are poured. This is the one of the walls that we're going to pour today, which is at the on 4 line. This is some material stockpile. This is the tongue and groove 3-inch thick material that they're nailing onto the glue lambs now. The opening that you see right here, the lower opening that's entirely in the sea. So some of Will constructions equipment here sitting inside. We've got the roller crane here. Used off-line project. Along the east perimeter fence, you can see the bridge in the background. It's the center bridge of the project. This little concrete bridge goes across to Forest Avenue. Notice the filter fabric along the fence keeps a little water from running down the hill. Here we have some of the steel forms that were used to bring the elephant barrier columns up to grade. These were formed out of regular concrete rather than colored concrete. The columns were poured about 2 or 3 days ago, and they're getting ready to go on up with them before long. Here we have the iron worker that's with the steel construction tying up a rebar cage that will go in one of the columns that are over on the side. No, I take that back. This is not a column. This is a one of the beams that goes in the mechanical floor. Broken mechanical. Okay, here we have the part of the columns on 1 and 2 line coming up out of the footings. And these are the round portion that bring the elephant barriers up to the slab that the elephants actually be walking on. And if you look, you notice some of these still goes up, and that's the finished height of the column itself. The barrier, I should say. Okay, this I'm looking in a northeasterly direction at the walls of the air shaft that's at the south side of the mechanical area. These walls have been poured up to approximately elevation 307. See it, there's a catch basin down here in the corner. That's all been completed and ready to go. And back along the base of the wall at the footing, you can see some of the gravel that was in place prior to actual backfill. I'm looking approximately northwest here, looking through the door of the access door that goes to the east side of the mechanical vent shaft. And this, with all this shoring up today, they're getting ready to build a slab that goes over the top of the mechanical vent. Looking back up the hill here, we see just a couple of the workers there. And then again, we see the grove at the top of the hill. We used to get materials and so on. Here, this area, I'm looking down towards the northeast corner of the construction site. This area right along in here, there will be an access road that comes back up to the building itself. And it ties in with the loading dock and the ramp that comes off the northeast corner of the building. These walls are not built yet, but you can see the dowels that come out where the walls will be. So the steel dowels coming out of the concrete. And this is looking back again towards the northwest corner of the mechanical room. In the background we have the protected area with the trees and so on. The tree in the background there that you see is one of the two that was removed yesterday. It's laying up along the blackberry bushes that are on the edge of the construction staging area. Okay, I'll swing back down to that gate down at the corner of the site. And you can see the people from the fence company are here today. They're looking at that hole in the fence and in the process of repairing it. This area right here is the section that's between manhole 30 and 32 where the two trees were removed. And it really rained hard yesterday, so you can see that the top portion of the soil is pretty well saturated at this point. Okay, I'm approximately at the northwest corner of the mechanical room area, looking south. And sweeping across the mechanical room, you can see the shoring that's set in place. Okay, now here are some of the workers that are working on getting some of the additional barriers on lines 1 and 2, and also the square columns are getting ready to be poured probably in the next 2 or 3 work days. The workers here just getting forms prepared for another pour. And across from south to north. Back at the building itself. Nice big old maples there. shed that the contractor's using, tools and so on. Here again, where sound utilities are working at the lower end of this pipe, pouring concrete around their 9-inch ductile iron pipe to reduce the thrust block.
Not that path, is that tree? Yeah, why'd you hang up?
Oh, my date's wrong on here.
Ready?
Wait a minute, why is it 0?
Just 0. Oh, jeez.
51.2, 51.4, 51.6, 51.6, 51.8, 51.2. What? 50, you're getting skinnier by the moment.
Good boy.
50.8. 51.8. I think I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
51.6. 51.4.
What do you think? 51.6?
51.2.
That's cute, cutie. That's cutie.
51.2. How about 51.4?
Sounds good. Big boy. This works much better. It's not as scary. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Come on, mister. Come on, little Bubba. We don't want you to get used to coming in the service area. Little baby. It's only about a centimeter long. Hi.
This is good in there. Calm down.
I got your nose. I got your nose. I got your nose. I got your nose.
Come here, let us rub your belly. Let's rub your tummy. There's that. I used to be too big. Is that
Owie. Owie. Seems pretty pink. Hi, baby. Oh, you got a little scratch. I know this may hurt a little bit. Ow. It's a puncture. Let me clean it. Good boy. Good boy. Ow. Big baby. It's a big baby.
So another 10, 11 pounds this week. Did you say it was
Basically.
51 point something?
Yeah. Well, actually, he's supposed to double his weight in 2 weeks, like the birth weight. So he should be about hitting 60 by. Well, he should
It's
maybe
been 2
already
weeks,
hit.
yeah. Well, you
By
don't
today.
really know what his birth weight was because...
Yeah,
it was
but by
2 weeks.
today,
Yeah.
because that's what his neonatal exam was 2 weeks ago.
So maybe he might have been about 25
Hi,
pounds on the
let's see your
Saturday
teeth.
because it was
Oh, let's see
the
your
Monday
teeth.
when he was 28, right?
Oh, they're getting ready. They're getting ready, great. Mmm, yummy. Mmm, hi. Good boy. Mmm. Boy, that's a nice look. You're all ready to break the gum. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Nice little ears. Let's see if your ears are dirty. You've got nice clean ears. this a little